Hey everyone, this is Kelley Kohout and I have a video to share with you for Honeybee Stamps today. This is a fall card using two of the brand new stamp sets just recently released. This first one is called Bushel and a Peck, and I'm going to use lots of the leaves and one of the little hearts, and then I'm going to use the dies and a stamp from this Gather Together stamp set. I'm going to use that big hello and then a fall stamp from that one. So I started out by randomly stamping the leaves, and I started with the larger leaves in that Bushel and a Peck stamp set. I'm stamping those in VersaFine ink because VersaFine ink is water safe, and I'm going to use my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers to do a little bit of just scribbling on that pigment and then smoothing it out with a watercolor brush and some water. So I have stamped all of those leaves just randomly on this background, and I love that this stamp set includes those larger leaves as well as small ones to either fill in or make your scene, as well as a lot of cute little hearts that I added in there to fill in those smaller spaces. It was super easy to choose what colors I wanted to use. I simply just went to my big bucket of Zig markers and pulled out the ones that I thought would be beautiful for fall leaves. And I have a little piece of scratch paper there in case I need to test them out. But as you can see, I just scribbled on the color and then smoothed it out with my water brush. And I love the way that this looks like real fall leaves that you would find, just the variation in different colors. So the same with the greens, and I have all the colors listed there of the zigs that I used, so it would be easy for you to find either the number or the name. And again, with the greens, just taking a little bit of water and then spreading on and kind of blending out that color. I find that the longer that marker sits on the paper, the harder it is to spread. And so I try to go over those fairly quickly with my water brush just to make sure that I'm able to kind of blend those colors out instead of it looking like a marker was put onto your paper. And so I didn't have any rhyme or reason really for what colors I put with what. I just tried to do some, yellow and oranges, reds and oranges, green and kind of a golden green color. That ochre is kind of a strange color. It's not really yellow and not really green. And a light brown that makes a really pretty golden color when it's mixed with the water. I did put my heat tool to that to make sure it was good and dry, and then I'm going to use the shadow, the largest die for that hello word, and then the die that cuts out the little letters. I have trimmed down that leaf piece to 4 by 5 1/4. I trimmed out that hello there, and I have popped that shadow piece up with a double layer of foam tape. I want that dimension there, and I want you to kind of be able to see the dark cardstock underneath. Now I'm going to take a glue pen and just add that coordinating cardstock that I cut the hello there. I did add a little bit of clear Wink Castilla to that to give it just a little bit of shimmer. And then on a strip of black cardstock, I'm going to add the word fall, and that is also from that Gather Together stamp set. The hello is from the Gather Together die set. Treated that black cardstock with anti-static powder. I'm going to ink it up with some Nuvo Clear Mark embossing ink, and then I'm just going to add some white embossing powder to that. Just dip it right in there and make sure it's cleaned off fairly well. I used my anti-static powder so I didn't have too many stray little pieces. Make sure my heat tool is really good and hot, and then I'm going to heat that until it's nice and smooth. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive and then just tuck that right under that raised die cut hello, and then take my scissors and just kind of gently tuck them up under that little black strip and then clip that off. The finishing touch was to add a few of these little dewdrops, and this comes from the River Agate set from Honeybee Stamps. Some of these colors match my colors of my leaves perfectly, so I pulled those on and added those onto my card. All of these supplies can be found at honeybeestamps.com and are listed in the description box below. Thanks for watching, you guys, and be sure to subscribe. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.